confident in what this young quarterback can do.
Akari Rodgers, the running back. They'll flip it to Daniel Bray. We saw this play.
He made a difference against BYU a week ago.
Send him in motion. Ficklin keeps it. Has some real estate into plus territory. Up to the races. And the true freshman quarterback on play number
Rodgers. Well, with all of those defenders crashing inside, you see the gaping lane outside on the perimeter for Bert Ficklin, and he goes the distance untouched.
Back in front of the home crowd after that tough loss.
Couldn't ask for a better start if you're a Utah fan.
Here's Gibson from the 4. And the freshman takes off. Elite speed and quickness.
Confidence, what he's doing inside Pat Shermer's offense that game against the Cyclones.
Lost the handle on the pigskin. Buffalo's coming off an open date after the win against Iowa State. The pass was behind Welch. Huge showing pressure off the twist. Time for Salter. They blocked it well. Down the field and broke it up. Down. Both Farrakhan and Gibson would get a lot of snaps and a lot of reps tonight. End over end punt. Aided by the wind off the bounce. A dangerous return and tackled Oklahoma back in 2023. And you wonder what the nerves would be like as Ficklin this time is going to be corralled behind the line.
My first career start as a true freshman as well. But I tell you what, so impressive. The coaching staff told us that he had, right, you know, obvious throwing down.
Here comes the pressure. They'll set it up in the flats and it's incomplete. Himself, incredible season. They're transferring in Coach Prime's program for CU. And Michael, a touch, busting through the...
2 impact players for Utah defensive ends.
7 in the box. Dallin Hayden, his first.
The 4th most pressure. You have to have a plan against man.
Salter gets rid of it quickly, tumbling down.
You have to see what this creates. A little bit ahead of Eccles Stadium. How do they respond tonight being down 7 early?
There goes Miller, the running back, now serving in pass protection. Salter goes down. Quarterback and offensive coordinator certainly under the spotlight. Salter earned more trust in the win against Iowa State. Carvalho off the hop was hit.
Recognize this or just get an extra half a second against pressure. There was an opportunity for a huge color stain that. Could he use that Iowa State game as a building block? Right now, he's not been up to task.
Ficklin spun away from the first. On 3rd down, a low snap, and Ficklin in traffic looking for his
down. Obvious passing situations. Can he make the plays he needs to?
And it's a fake punt. The Utes have a first down and a lot more. Dallin throw it very far. And Bentley did the bulk of the dirty work. Daniel Bray.
If they're going to get to the Big 12 championship, they need to win out. They need some help. They're laying it all on the line. Don't be surprised if Utah tries to combat that by running the football.
Ficklin keeps it with a crease and right at the line to gain. Have scouts thinking about the top 10 picks next year's draft. Ficklin gets rid of it, broken up beautiful. They're losing all that talent from last year's squad. They've shown flashes at different times on both sides of the ball, and again deflected. Preston Ames is a backup. He's 0 for 5 to start his first game as a huge starter. And tumbling down towards. And there is a breeze.
False start. Offense, number 75.
54-yarder in the Rose Bowl. Win certainly is a factor. And Curtis dropped.
College Station right now. The Aggies are rolling.
Big possession for CU. Michael 6 total yards to start. And 1 first down and that's it. Here's Dallin Hayden.
All this man coverage Utah likes to play.
Salter, the starter again, retreats off the back foot. Nowhere close to the line to gain.
Personal foul, face mask, number 77. That penalty has been declined. 4th down.
Mana Carvalho back deep to receive. The wind drifts this one back all the way to the 23. Carvalho waiting for the convoy. Made one defender miss.
Calling the shots for this Utah offense. I think he has done a tremendous job coming over from New Mexico.
Yeah, coming in from the Lobos. There goes Parker. Wayshawn. Show me the way to the end zone.
Colorado slow down this Utah
prize. Just 2 losses. The path is there, albeit complicated. Cam Michael. Line Jordan Seaton, the tackle, serving as a blocker. And Salter didn't even look that direction, so some misdirection.
Line of scrimmage really quick. You got to expect a quarterback sneak.
There it is, the dot.
That pass in practice a couple days ago.
Yeah, he stole it on the attempted tunnel screen. Open receiver and
put his eyes on the cornerback, Elijah Davis. You can see him staring at that corner. He has no idea where.
The Utes are up 17-0. And the freshman quarterback has yet to complete a pass until now. Bray's got it, and he's got a first down. Is sixth best rushing offense this season. Adding to that total, there's Parker.
They're playing at a really high level for this Utes football team.
They'll try Parker again. Stood up. Jeremiah Brown.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Number 1 is a 15-yard penalty.
Going on down there on the field. But this is just too easy for the officials. They're going to see that every time.
Sidelines. Nakari Rogers back on the field. Ficklin wants to throw it and will. Lofts it deep. And a pass is incomplete.
Huge opportunity for Colorado to get off the field.
Bray, a little orbit motion. The ball pops out. And who jumped on top? Buffaloes think they in Salt Lake. Brock Osweiler, Roy Philpott, Stormy Bonantoni. We saw a fake punt in the first quarter by Orion Phillips, not this time.
And right now, Colorado's really struggling with those two facets.
Play action, time for Salter, flings one deep. And spinning down, just 3 for 7 to start. Miller and Welch, the running back. Salter wants to throw it again. Liberty transfer, and that pass was deflected. There is a
holding offense, number 77.
On Henry Daly, we've said it. He is second in college football with 9 sacks. We knew the sophomore Jordan Seaton as talented.
John Henry Daly getting lathered up, 3rd and long. Salter again off the back foot, and nobody home. That pass without
coordinator for the Utes.
Intentional
and right now,
grounding.
Pat Shermer and Caden Salter do not have a plan.
Number 3, the penalty happened in the end zone, results in a safety.
That kick coming from the 20 after the safety. And the return by Glover. On Ames earlier.
I tell you what, Bear Bachmeier is special.
BYU, it's been a struggle just because those games are so physical. Ficklin, a beautiful keep on the move again. The stutter step into season
attack.
Bray, the running back. Ficklin already with 98 rush yards. Pass is caught by Davis off the spin. And shoved out.
Was going to come up to Davis and maybe pick this football or just take it from him, but great concentration by Ryan Davis to pull in this football.
And everywhere, UAB, then New Mexico, now here with the Utes. Bray motions out. Ficklin delivers a strike towards the front pylon. Buchanan
wide open down the sideline by himself. You see it. Corner, safety going with the post. The nickel defender, Hodge.
Now the Utes without the services. Top 25 Iowa State back in Boulder 2 weeks ago. Salter pressure, gets rid of it, and heaves it out of bounds.
And once again, I've said it 100 times tonight. Caden Salter, Pat Shermer, you have.
Salter, the slant pattern. It's there, right at the line to gain for Sincere Brown.
10th as defensive coordinator, grew up just a couple miles from Rice-Eccles Stadium here. He is everything that the Utes are all about.
Salter escapes.
He's been one of the best coordinators in America going on a decade now.
Lasso down.
And for pressure, Utah showing that right now.
Here they come over the left side. Pocket collapsing. Salter, the pump fake. Retreating again. And out of bounds all the way under duress.
Just nowhere to go with the ball.
Greaves with the punt. Carvalho keeps his play alive. Tumbles. And even with a freshman quarterback, a lot can happen. Multitude of tight end / offensive tackles to throw into that position. And Ficklin sails that one.
Great job managing the game and executing this offense.
They'll roll him out. The left-hander delivers. That's a strike into play.
That hybrid wide receiver tight end.
Ficklin keeps it today. And the nickname stuck. In the pocket. He'll escape. He is slippery. to the edge will make something out of nothing, and here comes a flag.
Wow. Illegal blindside block. Offense, number 99.
In the game. And this is just a play that's been taken out of college football for a number of years. That shouldn't happen.
It's freshman on freshman. McPherson, the wrong end of that collision. Ficklin takes off. Get back to the original. Box is light again. Ficklin thought about throwing it. Now takes off. The jump cut and a first down. He slides in safely against Cal Poly, and just getting him more reps and more confidence. Over the left side, Ficklin, another first.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 71.
Sides with Ficklin. And another touch, corralled quickly and driven down. That's at 16 under 7 to play, and a 26-point lead for the Utes. And Ficklin able to escape 2 tackles, but in terms of time of possession at this point, approaching 5 minutes. Ficklin zips it. Pass is caught. Was he in bounds? The answer is yes. Targeted tonight, his 6th catch of the season.
Just a 4-man rush by Colorado. Plenty of time to push the football down.
Moei on the field. Utes show a power look. Ficklin wants to throw it and short-armed it. Maryland DeMatha High School, known for its basketball, an outstanding athletic program. Here's Ficklin, a little shake and bake inside the 10. I know Rogers, the running back. It's a power look. Rogers maintains his balance and plows over the running back. And a look that screams, we're going to run it straight at you, and they do.
Exactly what we're seeing.
Same look. Rogers again off the right side to the edge, into the end zone.
On the field, that is just power.
On the road.
I tell you what, Willie Fritz knows how to coach football. Every stop that he's been, year 2, his programs take off.
Quentin Gibson off the screen, able to escape. Buffs in search of a spark here at the end of the half, and Gibson interception. The 5 TFLs by this Utes defense. Caden Salter, familiar refrain, retreating to his right and out of bounds. Atkins moves in motion into the slot, top of the screen. Salter again to his right. Salter gonna be sacked. The whistle, the play dead. Back and
give a lot of credit to Utah, how relentless this defense is playing. The game plan put together by more.
9-yard line, awaiting this punt from Damon Greaves. 5 yards deep in his own end zone. It's off the side of his foot. 2. Moei went in motion. A jumbo look again. There's a meeting in the backfield by that CU front 4. Parker, the running back, he motions out quickly. Ficklin towards the end zone, and there it is again. Another.
Well, the freshman quarterback Ficklin just having himself a night. Larry Simmons does a great.
It has not resonated so far tonight.
Who do you watch on Monday Night Football? You watching Peyton and Eli or Joe Buck and Troy Aikman?
I want to have Brock Osweiler, Roy Philpott, Stormy Bonatoni.
Offside. Defense, number 90.
Daly, the BYU transfer, pressure off the right side. Salter got rid of it, and the pass.
More pressure. Caden Salter gets his football out, but Gibson goes up to try to make a play for his quarterback. Takes a really.
Buffs with -8 total yards in the half. Salter, it's going to be a little bit more after that.
He's going to clean it up and get his defense off the field.
And Logan Fano, John Henry Daly, around. Devastating loss, convincing win by the Aggies in Death Valley.
First career start, could it go any better, Roy?
It could not. I like it when you ask me the question. Ficklin heaves one deep and over the outside.
Be an eligible
receiver
man.
Downfield, offense, number 68.
Negative plays for Utah tonight.
40-point lead with 1 timeout. Ficklin to the perimeter.
In the second half.
Yeah, Dampier was hit some 25 times in that game. Ficklin eludes pressure, spins to set his
at the right time in the season.
And Ficklin incomplete.
Run in and just get to the locker room.
Ryan Phillips, Utah's punter, has more passing yards than Colorado's quarterback. Caden on defense with Dante Corleone, the Godfather. And then Sorsby just makes plays, doesn't turn it over.
Rice-Eccles Stadium against the Utah Utes. It's going to be a heavyweight title fight.
Salter pressured and out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Rotating to a 5-man front. Caden Salter, be ready for pressure.
Again, here it comes, and there it goes.
On the end.
and get to
It will be
Caden
30
Salter.
seconds.
Morgan Scally calling a really good game tonight.
Pressure off the edge, and the punt was blocked by the Utes. Jackson,
Bit of injuries, had to go back to the safety position, even played some offense early on. And what else can he do? Hey, coach, I'm going to go make some play, and the rest of the Utah Utes are having. How about that play by Benny?
empty backfield. Ficklin off the fake to Dan.
Utah not taking their foot off the gas.
Bray a spin. The Utes out of time. 5 seconds remaining. Just trying to clock it. Got to have 3 seconds.
Utah shut that down from the get-go with the opening series, but you got to go in, you got to challenge your guys, you got to try to get something better, and it's nearly perfect. You see it, 398 total yards, 43 points, but how about the nightmare for the Colorado Buffaloes? Negative 18 total yards. Playoff lives, they're trying to get to the Big 12 title game, but I tell you what, the true freshman signal caller, he has been excellent.
Let him continue to work this out. He said we could see it.
Ryan Staub, the backup. We saw him as a starter as recently as the Houston game on the road. Game in which still ranked in the top 25 at that moment. And there have been some wins. There's been some.
But Deion Sanders said it this summer. He felt like this was a better football team than the one he had a season ago that won 9 games.
It's certainly a different team. Salter escapes, and this is what he can do. It's the first time we've seen it tonight.
Out of nothing.
And Colorado now on the positive side of the ledger in terms of total offense. Micah Welch had to retreat to receive the screen.
On tape, especially going back to that win against Iowa State.
Gibson went in motion. Play action. Salter straight ahead and tripped up crossing the full.
Inconsistencies from that position this season.
3rd and 13. Here comes the heat. Salter steps up again straight ahead and spun down close.
The football, and here we go with a 4th and 1.
Hayden, the running back,
by this Colorado offensive line, and Caden Salter, but the officials called it a stop. Great.
Back on the field to begin this 3rd quarter. At some point you feel like you could see Isaac Wilson in there.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 92.
Don't get a dress up this year, unfortunately, Roy.
Ficklin, little RPO action, and stepping out is Salt Lake. Dominating performance by Utah. Straight ahead goes Rogers.
Start to slowly pull some starters out, let other guys get reps, and which is going to matter as you head into the month of November and you talk championship month in December. You're going to.
Freshman quarterback gets the start, first of his career, gains some more confidence. Bentley picks up a 1st down, and so now entering the.
Never think he was a freshman. The lights have not been too bright for him, but until you make that first career start, you just don't.
Question is, okay, what do we know about this young man? Wayshawn Parker on 2nd and long.
He arrived on campus in the winter. When you're able to be here for spring ball as a true freshman quarterback, that is huge. That is everything. And you see Colorado.
Had the fake punt and a pass that went for 25 yards in the first half of the
title game. But you talk about that BYU, the toughest stretch down the road. They still have to play Texas Tech on the road, TCU in Cincinnati. Not an easy
climate and K-State have done recently. They walloped KU in the Sunflower Showdown today. 3rd down and 10. Here comes the pressure off the edge. Salter hit as he throws, and the pass incomplete. But they're given that chance. In league play in the Big 12, you don't get that opportunity too often. A lot of football left to be played with more than 20 minutes of game time. And Utes again. Dalen McKinney. We honor him and everyone serving in our armed forces. Back now to live action. And the Utes take it. And Parker with that direct snap action. Simi Taulonga playing that Rhino position, was recruited as a defensive tackle. Into the flats. Ficklin still on the field.
NFL when he's eligible.
Yeah, just a freshman. Santa Ana, California. He was the MVP in the state championship game. Taylor Simi Taulonga. It is what makes college football so special. And they run that power formation with that 6th offensive lineman, the Rhino, really for about half of their total snaps. Ficklin was harassed. 3rd down and long. Ficklin fires a strike. Rights. And this kick on the way just for Indiana.
Let's do it.
It would be an incredible story if those teams continue to win games. And Vanderbilt handles its business today against Mizzou.
Foul, horse collar tackle, defense, number 4.
We're talking about Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, teams that we haven't been talking about. Had a great season last year, historic run, but you go into the portal, you get Fernando, try to build some momentum going into next season. That's a tough slate.
Cam Michael in the flats, one-handed grab, lasso. Some comebacks of the crazy variety in the SEC, the Big 12. BYU did to remain undefeated in Ames earlier tonight.
2 and 5 in those contests. I thought he really flashed some big-time potential. Had some issues with turnovers.
Parker on the move. The direct snap again. Wayshawn to midfield and then some.
Another big-time play by this Utes offense.
Only 3 points on the board in this second half. That coming on the field goal. Manageable down the stretch. So I want to go down that road as Wilson tries to get to the edge. Corral near the 40.
I don't want to see right now they are getting hot at the right time.
Nate Johnson, the running back, and nearly Curtis. Breeze has died down, connected from 53 earlier in the game, 54 earlier this season. And that went about 5.
And his defensive staff, I tell you what, they put together a heck of a game plan tonight for these Buffaloes.
Crease for Cam Michael. Try to generate some momentum going into next week with Arizona coming to Boulder. Screen to Brown. Sincere Brown rumbling inside the trying to secure a win on the road. Launching one deep towards the end zone. Mouthpiece.
The following week at Houston, things weren't perfect, but the one thing I know about Ryan Staub, he's going to go in zone for the first time tonight on 3rd down.
4 men on the move against Staub. He's going to escape the pocket.
Using his legs to pick up a 1st down.
So Brock now the deepest penetration by Colorado. We start to think about and project ahead the college football playoff rankings. In the seam, the pass is caught.
Different position groups wanting to do different things.
Under center, trying to shove him across.
No question what play is coming next.
Stop. Across the goal line. And for Colorado, a loss tonight. That is a little confusing because you do have Texas and OU.
I can do this.
You have Texas A and tipped you off if that was the case.
Ooh, no, never. We don't do that. We play it by the rules on E-Crew.
Wilson, the quarterback, and sent backwards. Devils, of course, just 1 year ago, Colorado and A&M.
How about that?
That's a fun question. Always fun.
People forget prior to Bill Snyder taking that job.
It's the worst program in America.
Exactly.
And the number of shirtless. Ben Gibson, a lot of targets tonight for Colorado. And still alive is Cam Michael. And quite a burst in this.
If you're Deion Sanders, it's definitely something that you need to have a very serious conversation about, because 37 yards. Now, I get it. It wasn't all on him, but you can't deny the spark that Staub has brought to the offense anytime he's been on the field.
It's moved to off the field. And on, it's a bit of a work in progress, but he threw for 250 against.
He rushed for another 50, couple touchdowns, but it's the inconsistencies, and you just feel like there's some sort of disconnect. Staub might provide that best opportunity.
On 3rd down, Staub heaves it end zone and incomplete. Down and 8. Buffs 0 for 1 on 4th tonight. Staub wants it all again. Brown breaking open, and the pass. Time off in the middle of the season, then the physical week of practice leading into this game. Left edge run to the 40.
To interact here.
Nate Johnson, Wildcat quarterback, straight ahead. Nate on the move towards the end zone, and the huge strike again this evening.
School me up after the game on what all that is.
Buffs get it back, and from 5 yards deep, here comes Gibson again. 1 loss on the campaign.
So impressive what Willie Fritz and his ball club are doing in year 2. But the other one that jumps out to me,
quarterback that is as dynamic as any player in America. Staub's going to be.
Football fans, and you're right. Navy putting together another outstanding season.
Another sack. Their way towards the exits. First half that was as dominant by any team in the FBS this year versus another. Rayshawn Glover, a stiff arm out of bounds here at Rice Eccles 1 week from tonight. Bryce Duke, second carry.
Next weekend, and then we get the first college football playoff rankings right around the corner. Here we go.
That